How are you doing? Hope you can hear me. I had to come back and reopen another um, live. So I'm just at a different position right now. Kind of look kind of different. So shout out to Mike Aldana, and I hope you all can hear me okay. And then shout out to Coyote. Yeah, another day, another dollar. Right. I don't know why. I'm feeling a certain kind of way. And what has me feeling like this is, of course, what I saw going on the news with Trump at the rally. um, what we're hearing is on the news that it's an assassination attempt. Um, so, oh, hi. Yes, hello, Coyote. I'm just now getting details on Trump's rally. Yes, and this is, I mean, I I'm I don't know. Usually, I'm not speechless. I don't know. Usually, usually I'm not speechless, but I am live because of what happened to Trump. What I'm hearing is it was an assassination attempt. Because I had the movie watch party. Yeah, I had the movie watch party, and I kind of went into the movie watch party knowing that this had happened, and I wasn't going to cancel the movie watch party because I knew that some more information would surface. So when I finished watching the movie watch party, then I'm hearing some more stuff. So I said, let me go live because I gotta. I do feel that yes, I do have a responsibility, and it's a it's like an honor, right, to have this kind of responsibility. And then Coyote says, yes, that's beyond lucky. He goes, it looks like he was shot in the right ear. Then Mike Aldana says, I'm just now getting details on Trump's rally. I don't. Welcome to Rhonda's lovely sparks. And I got a spark. I got sparked. And I feel, I don't know what's going on with me, but after reading and seeing and hearing all of these things, normally I would feel very emotional and crying. I'm talking about very, very emotional. And I don't know why. It's like what made me feel even more emotional than anything was that someone in the rally lost their life. Okay, someone who was at the rally, they lost their life. There was an eyewitness in Trump, and no one is saying otherwise. I I feel numb, and I don't. I'm thinking maybe the reason why I feel numb is because what I have been witnessing and experiencing in the last I think since, what can I say, last 3 elections, especially last 2 elections. And we could say, well, this is conspiracy, blah, 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 and this and that, what I'm talking about. But what I have learned is that conspiracy is just another form of the truth that people just are in denial about. True, and Coyote said it's crazy. It's a crazy world every direction. 2020 COVID. Seeing this happen and my eyes watching this happening to Trump and the bleeding and him falling to, him responding to the what they're saying was a shot that barely missed his ear. And then putting all these things together, that the person was a sharpshooter. Okay. He's gone. There's certain words I can use and certain words I can't use. And then I don't know if it has something to do with me being like training in emergency response and just hearing this and hearing what they're saying and hearing what they're not saying, and I understand that this is a former president where they have to do an investigation differently than they do everything else, right? My problem is, why do I feel numb? And I'm trying to talk my way through this, and numb for me means that things just feel strange about this whole ordeal. It just sounds strange. It just doesn't make sense. And this is, for me, 2024, it's not making sense. It's not coming together for me. And I'm not trying to compare it to other attempts in history. I'm just saying it's just not that I'm saying I'm numb because I don't care. I think it's so many things going on that sometimes for me, it's just hard for me to jump in and believe what I'm hearing from anybody. And I think that has a lot to do with that. Like, it's hard for me to trust. I have trust issues. I don't know, how do you all feel? What is your take on it? And I know I've been reading. You said gunman, autocorrect. There was an eyewitness, and Trump and no one is saying otherwise. It's crazy world every election. 2020 COVID. He turned his head as the shot went off. It just blows my mind. Is it because television and movies and things that we see and the numbing effect of being lied to and disappointed, and do we get to a point where we're bringing this in and comparing about The things we've seen and heard, misinformation and disinformation, and do we bring it into situations where something happens like this, we question it. So Mike Aldana says, the focus was on Biden's mental health, and now the focus is on someone attempting to take Trump's life. Yeah. And then Coyote says, 24-hour rule. This is the most credible information I have heard and seen. I just feel numb. I feel I don't trust what anybody is saying. Why am I feeling, and this is not trying to, like I said, talk about party and who I favor and who I don't favor. I'm not talking about that at all. It's just something that bothers me, that why am I feeling, and why am I feeling that this is staged? And I know that sounds awful. I know that sounds awful. It does. I mean, it makes me feel like it's awful what I'm saying, because normally you will be devastated. And I'm not saying I'm not devastated. You feel that way because you know you've been lied to. That's how I feel. I mean, it's like I have trust issues, and I don't think I'm alone. I think a lot of people have really major trust issues. I'm just that one. Yes, and Michael Down says a distraction, to be honest. I'm just that one that's talking about it, and lots of things you've been told over the years. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just that person that's talking about it, and trying to talk my way through this, and my instincts, like my instinct was staged. And it really made me feel uncomfortable for saying it. For saying that I felt it was staged. I feel uncomfortable saying that. I feel it's not smart. I feel it's instinctive. And I'm not saying I'm being dumb. I'm just saying it just doesn't feel smart for me to feel that way. And usually I feel that, I have some smart things to say. And that's all I can come up with. It just seems, with the time of events and the timing, it just feels, and I know people out there going, there she goes with the feelings, and there's a conspiracy, and I believe that when you talk and communicate about things, that it's not conspiracy, that it's you communicating, and it's okay to talk about it, and that people are not going to shame you for expressing how you feel, that it's okay to say how you feel. And I believe what really got me was when I saw people there being interviewed who were a witness. And I'm not doubting their emotions, but they also seemed numb. They were talking about it. No one didn't seem devastated. I mean, I think just seeing, Trump with blood on his ear and dripping, him dropping down to his knees and seemed that he could not walk at all because his protection seemed to probably got on top of him and slammed him pretty hard and maybe just disoriented. I'm sure. I mean, I'm trying to bring some emotion to this, right? I'm trying to really look at some emotion, something. I heard like at the rally behind him, there was this woman who had such a scream that it was just awful. You know what I'm saying? We make different sounds, and there's different kind of sounds when you scream, but that one was obviously someone who was standing next to her was unalived, right? I'm gonna catch up on the chat here. So Coyote says Trump posted once since then, and he said he was shot in right top earlobe. We will see if it's true tomorrow. Coyote says there are definitely conspiracies, and Coyote says that wouldn't stop in 5 minutes if there wasn't shots. That they wouldn't stop it 5 minutes in if there wasn't shots. I feel there was definitely shots. I believe that. I believe there was a gunman. I believe there were shots. The thing that gets me is, how does the gunman in the first place get into a tower when you're thinking, this guess, a 5-mile perimeter, am I saying that correctly? Perimeter that is supposed to be secured? Right. Mike Aldana says multiple shots were heard. Yeah, I heard a lot of witnesses, and I believe them. I believe them. But what really kills my spirit, outer perimeter, thank you. What really kills my spirit is when Elon Musk, he goes to Twitter and he says something about he's endorsing Trump, and that Trump is as brave as Teddy Roosevelt. Now, I probably didn't say that per se the exact words, okay? So I'm not quoting it, but I'm saying what I remember. Who does that? Okay, Elon did. But who does that? After there is an assassination attempt on a president, a former president, a president, and you take to Twitter and the first thing comes to your mind, the first thing comes out of your mouth is that I'm going to endorse him, and that he's stronger than whatever. Let me look up that quote. You have to question security detail. Yeah, I mean, that absolutely. He endorsed him before that. Yeah, but to write that today, you know what I'm saying? After this happens, to write something like that today after that happened, the opportunity, Let me see if I can find out exactly. Elon Musk fully endorses Donald Trump after deadly rally shooting. I'm trying to see if I can find exactly what he said. For those of you who are listening in the cut, and he says I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery. Musk shared on his social media platform X, formerly Twitter. Okay. Then I see in June Musk said that he would not be giving money to either President Joe Biden or Trump in the lead. Is the lead up to the presidential election, but that he might endorse candidate closer to November. Just to be super clear, I'm not donating any money. Who really cares? You know what I'm saying? But I guess the media would. Okay. I'm just trying to see I'm trying to see where did I hear that? This billionaire Elon Musk endorsed Trump for president. Did I miss something? News was he gave Trump a big donation, but it was before this evening. Okay. Did I see something about Teddy Roosevelt? I mean, I don't know why I'm not seeing this, what he said about Teddy Roosevelt. I'm not seeing that. But I thought I read something, and that's why what really triggered me. Check X. But the point is, is that let's see. Okay, well, this don't come up. So that's just what I got from it. I'm not gonna. It's there. It's something about what he said about. The point I'm trying to make with that is that what really bothered me was his timing. I mean, usually someone would say, not something like that. They say, we're devastated, that something's happened like this. How does Elon Musk see this as an opportunity to call Trump strong? And maybe I'm missing something. Strong like Teddy Roosevelt. What I'm getting to. I'm trying to see where it's going to come out. Did Elon Musk stage this? Ooh, did I go there? Are people having conversations that no matter what, I don't care what you do, get me the election? Have we heard those conversations before? Have we? We have. No matter what, get me the election. I don't care what you do. Can you just hear that? I mean, I don't care what you do, get me the election. Yeah, I know it's conspiracy. So let's say Trump says this because he has a way of saying things very strongly. Did he say something like, I don't care what you do, I just get me the election? So did some billionaires get together? I mean, Trump is going to be trained to drop to the floor. Will this galvanize Trump's base even more? Exactly. Because there is a very large percentage of people who are registered to vote, who are not voting, and there are a lot of people who are not registered. So, is it a way to close that gap? The reason why I say this, again, I'm not talking about, and you all can do it, but I'm just saying, in order for me to have people's ears, I don't want to be so preachy, talking about who I'm going to vote for and, extreme right and extreme liberal, and I don't want to distract from that. I mean, you all can. But I'm just saying is that me being a person who is informed, who is listening to a lot of both sides, I do. I listen to both sides. And then when you hear these things like these extreme talking and then kind of backing off on certain pledges and promises because, oh, well, maybe this will work, maybe this won't work. I mean, is there a play? Is there a play made? Because the thing is that we know that people out there are on both parties are very capable of making a play. And if it takes the life of someone who's innocent in a crowd, then it adds to dramatics. Unfortunately, these people who think this way gain. Ever feel like you ate watching a movie? I feel like when I heard that, Coyote and Mike, I felt like I was watching a B movie. Yes, Coyote, yeah. I feel like it was when I was listening to the people talk about after what happened, and the sound was off and you couldn't understand. It was cutting on and off, and they supposed to be Associated Press, or I don't know, whoever they are, and they supposed to be interviewed, not Associated Press, they are communicating on the AP, Associated Press, and the mic is going out and it's going on, and all this stuff that just seems to be tampered. And I'm saying that on both parties that this could happen. So I'm not being anti-Trump or insensitive at all, because seeing that is devastating. Regardless of what you believe in, it's devastating to see someone drop to their knees and could barely walk to safety. And there's this lady who's just as good as a man, security, who has helped holding Trump up. Certain things people can make up. I think certain things people can't make up. I think there were some things being said that do whatever it takes for me to win this election. And I don't think maybe he had something to do with it, but I believe he talked and said some things and someone took it verbatim and did what they needed to do to get him votes. Catching up on the chat. No, I get it. You are thinking that's why I use the 24-hour rule. Yes. I mean, I think it's important too to, like what we're talking about. It's just go with instincts, right? Why does my phone keep saying 8? I know you're saying R. It's okay. It's okay. I understand you. But do you all see what I'm saying? It seems staged. And I'm not saying that Trump staged it. It could be anybody. Did I overhear that the shooter was Antifa? Certain things, certain language that's used, certain things that's being said just seems like it's not natural. You know what I'm saying? It just seems practiced. And yeah, I mean, if someone is that determined and that desperate to win an election, by all means necessary, get the job done. He's probably saying, don't tell me about it. I don't want to hear how you're going to do it. Just get it done. And someone out there is making the money moves. Right? That's me. It's a conspiracy. How do I talk my way through this to understand? Probably it's impossible to understand any of it. But we all have talked about a lot about how things can be shown in one light and it's something completely different. And I'm not saying this as being a wacko or extremist or blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying things are not adding up for me. This guy gets into the tower. He's a sharpshooter. Sharpshooters don't miss. I mean, sharpshooters don't miss. Odds as Thomas Matthew Crooks, 20-year-old registered Republican. That's his name? Serious? I didn't know. Hold up, let me look it up. I haven't seen that. See, you all are getting... I don't even see a picture. I don't see a picture of him. I see there's name. Thank you, Mike Aldana, for the update. Trump rally shooter identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew. 20-year-old Pennsylvania man. Oh, you are? Okay, let me change it on there. Registered Republican. You see how I'm like frowning? Like this is like making my brain bend? It just doesn't make sense to me. And welcome everyone to Rhonda's Lovely Sparks, to friendly discussion about politics, about what happened, about the attempted assassination on Trump, that we're having friendly conversation. We can be honest about things without offending people. And I had to say that because I saw some new people walk into the room. I am looking right now to get on MSNBC. I'm doing that right now because you all, Mike Aldana just announced the person's name and age. I'm just talking instinctively about all this going down, and I pray that I'm not so, and I'm pulling up the TV right now. It's taking a while to come up. But I pray that I don't think I'm jaded. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm jaded. I'm too open-minded to be one way. It's just, I feel maybe someone else has been a part of this. I made a comment on someone else's channel that I wouldn't be surprised if this was a disgruntled MAGA supporter. Whoa, that's deep. Jeez. You really been in my brain with that one. Because we're all thinking there's no way. The loyalties are strong. What do you, Michael Dana, Coyote, remember what I said when I was speaking up? And I was saying how they were interviewing the MAGA supporters and how they sing Numb. You know, when I'm saying numb, I'm not talking about they didn't seem afraid or frightened to death. You know what I'm saying? Like shaking, shivering, and going berserk. They just seem to talk about it so casually. Oh, I heard about, the gunshots, and it's downloading. I have this program that's going to pull it up. So it takes a little minute to warm up because I have my TV off. And oh my God, I'm so sorry I'm yarning. So it's pulling up, but until it pulls up, I'm just anticipating. While it pulls up, let me continue to read what I was reading earlier. This is just, I, I died. Okay, one died, one injured. Do you think the gunman was the one injured or the one dead? I don't know. I mean, I thought that the one died was the one that's in the rally. That, you know what I'm saying? Is that coming up differently? That would be interesting because the news has been flaky, and talking about this. They've been very flaky acting, you know what I'm saying? Where we've seen them be so specific with other situations, and all of a sudden, so one dead plus a shooter. What I picked up. That's what I picked up, that it was one dead plus the shooter. Because they weren't saying anything about the shooter, right? So we're assuming that they were eliminating that part, that they weren't going to say anything about the shooter. I'm trying to get this turned around. I know, this feels so awkward because I'm not on my computer. Changing my lighting. It's still pulling up on my TV, so it's kind of... Okay. Do I hear my cats? Thought I heard the cat. I got cats over here, y'all. I got to pay attention to them. Because when they make noise, that means they, it's an alert, right? Okay, so I don't know why my TV is taking so long. So Thomas Crooks ID'd as gunman who shot Trump during PA rally. There were a few who were in critical condition. Okay. The gunman who attempted to assassinate former President Donald Trump Saturday was identified as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew. Gosh, it's taking so long to pull up. Matthew Crooks. That's an interesting name. His last name is Crooks. Really? Crooks of Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, squeezed off shots, one which grazed Trump in the ear at an outdoor rally in Butler, just outside of Pittsburgh. Oh no, what's wrong with my TV? Why it's taking so long? Then there's a voter, like you said, he's registered Republican. I mean, putting two and two together with that, then that makes sense what you said. Coyote, Where's my remote? I just had it in my hand. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm looking up if it's true, how lucky is Trump? For real. That's for real. Trump had one hell of a year so far. I mean, I was telling you about still. My idea. If you're that, by all means necessary, haven't we known of people who have lost their life for the cause? Think about that. Sharpshooters don't miss. I mean, I guess we'll find out what kind of experience he has. Obviously, Homie got a lot of experience because he was in a tower. And obviously, if no one knew he was there in the tower, that's, to me, that just breaks my brain. What you people want to quickly blame security detail, but what if people are in on it? Okay, I'm here at MSNBC right now. Finally pulled up. I don't know if we have a delay on our internet here where I'm at. It's just seriously devastating. You know, there are differences. I'm looking at MSNBC right now. Thank you for reminding me to tune in. Okay. Let me turn it up. I mean, let me tell you this. We understand that there are billionaires out there who play with people's lives. For Elon Musk to be like instinctive with this type of tweet, why say something like that after there is an attempt? Okay, let me read this. Coyote, the story I heard is the shooter was on side of Trump and he turned his head. The shooter, really? The shooter was on the side of Trump and he turned his head as shot was fired. Bullets have traveled time from a distance. Mike Aldana says they had eyewitnesses try to warn the law enforcement shooter was climbing onto the rooftop of the building he was on. I heard the eyewitness explain. I did too. I listened to a couple of them. I understand, people get very frustrated about the news as it comes, but that's how we get information. It's going to come. It's going to be, while it's hot, while it's heated, they have to talk to people. They have to talk, like how you and I are doing, right? How all of us are doing right now is that we're talking about, because we know we keep talking about it, we're going to speak it up. And when I say speak it up, I'm talking about, we're just putting our heads together. I mean, for the cause. Think about it. Like Coyote said, disgruntled, yeah. But what if Coyote, you said the story I heard is the shooter was on the side of Trump and he turned his head as shot was fired. Okay. And then, Mike, you say that they had eyewitnesses try to warn law enforcement about a shooter. You see what I'm saying? So here's the story, right, that we're hearing. And this is why I told you about me, feeling uncomfortable because I know it's fresh, right? One saying that they witnessed one in the tower, and then one says, okay, he was standing by him, beside him, right? And he turned his head. This is all messed up. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like speaking on my instincts from what I heard based on the information given, right? I mean, could he have went down for the cause? If he is a part of that party, they were talking about The line of sight the shooter had on Trump. Okay. They were talking about the line of sight the shooter had on Trump. No, no, not tower, a two-story building from the side. Oh, okay. Because, they said tower earlier. Every time I see the replay of this, it just kills me because it's frightening. You know what I'm saying? It's so frightening. He shot from above on the side. He shot over the protective glass. Oh, okay. Because they said something about the protective glass. They said the bullet hit the glass, and it shattered on his ear. Then Trump sent on social, Truth Social. Trump said that he was shot in the ear.
So I think the question here is whether this is a kind of almost isolated incident, and the kinds of incidents that
Okay, well, it's making it's very bad. But it's making more sense as more information comes in. Because you know how I was feeling when I first turned this on and went live. I was just very uncomfortable with what I heard, but I had to say something. And then Mike Aldana says, unfortunately, they won't show you the angle from where the shooter was when he fired. And you know what's going to happen? Somebody on YouTube is going to, or somewhere out there, they're going to play it off. They're going to organize it. They're going to build it. They're going to build their interpretation of what happened, and we're going to see it all over the place. I'm just now looking at I'm looking at a different angle of the cameras. Okay, since now the news is tightening up, it's making more sense. Coyote says there are lots of people with smartphones there and news, right? News cameras. So, yeah, I'm looking at it from different angles. 24-hour rule. Tell me the 24-hour rule. Because Coyote, I be thinking different. Are you saying 24-hour rule? 24-hour rule is to give it time? I know. I mean, I believe in that, but also I believe that while it's hot, talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like get the witnesses to talk. What did you see? Because sometimes when you sit on something, stories can change because that's how the mind works. Not that someone's trying to lie, but the mind works that way. You will hear all kinds of stories that the facts come together. Yeah, I did hear that too. I even got an email from a friend of mine. He gave me some advice, and let me see if I can find it. So the advice was, let me move this to the side. The advice is the violent attack at Trump's rally today, like any politically motivated violent attack, is morally abhorrent at all levels. At an individual level, it is wrong. Condemn political violence in no uncertain terms. Beware of conspiracy theories. I know. I mean, we're just talking about it. I think it's important to discuss it because it helps me understand a little bit more, and it helps me process it. And it says, wait for more information. We know very little right now other than that Trump was injured and at least one bystander was killed. More information will come, and we will assess that information once it's verified. So yeah, I mean, this is from my group, the circle that I'm a part of, how they tell you that. But I just couldn't wait. I wanted to go live and probably be that one that if someone is out there, if they're sitting in the cut, because I see them sitting in the cut, that maybe they're trying to figure it out too, and they want to talk about it but it's also, I think it's healthy to process. Hello, Reese's Cup. Hello there. Welcome, 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 welcome. And then Coyote says, beware, but don't ignore the conspiracies. It helps to give a different angle of thinking, but not all true. Yeah. I mean, you see how some things I said, I still support what I feel. I'm probably far from being right, but I haven't been wrong that much. You know, sometimes things don't come up today. Reese's Cup, hey, and she goes, how are you? I'm at work. And of course, when I came in, I received a phone call. I'm at work, and of course, when I came in, I received a phone call. So you want to tell me about this phone call? Did I read it correctly? Oh, you received a phone call when you came into the chat room. You're at work, so when you came into the chat room, you got a call. Okay. In the live, that is. Okay. Welcome, sweetheart. Welcome. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm so glad to see you. Yeah, I couldn't sleep because I have two of my bestie friends that are in the chat room that helps me process things mentally so I can sleep. And so I talk about things, and they have just this great ability. Mike Aldana, meet Reese's. She's great with politics too, Reese's Cup. And also meet Coyote, uh, meet Reese's Cup. She's very open-minded about things. And I'm so happy to see you, Reese's. Mwah! I felt just disturbed. And this is why got on here live, because I needed to process this. And I was hoping, too, that I could get more information. And I got information from you all. Thank you. And we're getting more information on the news as it comes. However, for me, just because he was registered Republican, and just because all of this and that, I still feel, because of things that have been said in the past about what elections mean to certain people, and by all means necessary, what will they do to become elected again. Now, I understand both parties are feeling that way. Excuse me, so I'm not naive. You know, I know both parties are feeling that way. But which one would you think will be willing to go this far? I mean, I don't know. Do we? Can we assume? Because Trump has foot and mouth disease, do we assume it's him? Usually, sometimes it's someone that seems to be the really nice one. You know, we just don't know. We just don't know. But what I'm saying, what really got me going one way, is what Elon Musk said. Who tweets something like that? I understand things have been bizarre in the last 8 years. How much attention do you need? Yeah. And Coyote says, they both feel like it is do or die, and I believe 100% they will go that far. Look at MLK and many others. Yes, I mean, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? One could be a little bit more smoother to cater to his base. And then another could be just outrageous in order to cater to his base. You see what I'm saying? So, what I know for sure is I know that there are things put in place that plays with, that uses psychological warfare to move the momentum in their favor. That is a fact. Let me see what Reese's Cup says. I would love to know what his reasoning is, but I gather they will make him put to be a nut job versus someone that just feels strongly about his position. Exactly. They're just going to write it off. I feel that this is something so much bigger than this guy. I feel that he is a fall guy, that he went down for the cause. That's just me. That's just me. That he went down for the cause. For whose cause? Could it be the party? Yeah. It could be the one. But what tells me something that makes it lead for me, when Elon Musk says just right away, he says something to the fact that, just lost my train of thought about what that man said. But you all, I don't need to beat a dead horse. You all know what Elon Musk said. Who does that? Who does that? Let me see if I got it. I know I was trying to look for it. What did Elon Musk say? Because you know Elon Musk is, to me, I tell you outright, I can't stand his ass. I can't stand him. And the reason why I can't, because I think he's just pretty much like a robot that doesn't give a crap about nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he gives a shit about either party. I think he's just doing whatever he does. Elon Musk say about Trump shooting. Okay. Okay, so I don't know why the news is just going around what I'm trying to find. It's like, I know I saw where he just comes out of nowhere and Elon Musk tweets that I endorse Trump. Something like this will motivate you to endorse Trump. Think about the motivation. What motivated Elon Musk? Because of an assassination attempt, what motivates Elon Musk to endorse Donald Trump? Okay, and then let me catch up on the chat. So Reese's Cup said, yes, 20 years old. And then Mike Aldana says, a patsy, huh? And then Mike Aldana says, Elon Musk just wants to watch the world. Exactly. I don't think he really cares about either or. But for him to be motivated to write to put something out there like that, because I understand he has a habit of doing a lot of stupid shit. I mean, I know. But for him to post something like that and then say some stuff like, Trump is so strong. Trump is so strong. He's something like Teddy Roosevelt. Let's see if I can find it. Teddy Roosevelt? How in the hell he comes up with things? He's just totally disconnected. Let me see if I can find the exact quote. I don't know why I can't find it. Did he say, was it Teddy Roosevelt? And I hear the news is really not trying to give Elon Musk any play. I understand. But he's a billionaire. And can Elon Musk gain from this? What does the question is, what does Elon Musk, what does he gain from this? Elon Musk says, I'm going to ask Bing, what does Elon Musk tweet about endorse Trump and he's strong like Teddy Roosevelt? Let me see what Bing says. I know what you're saying. You said that you didn't hear that. I hope it's, again, not fake news that I was listening to. I thought it was definitely something resourceful. You would think somebody definitely would have put it out there, word for word easily, and why I can't find it, I don't know why. I mean, Elon Musk is the richest person, one of the richest people in the world. So he doesn't really care how it comes out. He's trying to blame Secret Service too, I know. I mean, look at all this, like Reese's Cup was saying. Look at him trying to blame Secret Service. It's okay, here it is. So I found it. He says, I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery, Musk posted on his social media platform X. The martyr lived, he said, the martyr lived. Elon Musk said this. The martyr lived, he wrote in a later post citing a reported debate between conservative venture capitalist Peter Thiel and LinkedIn co-founder and Democratic mega donor Reid Hoffman. Musk later posted a photograph of Trump at the event and followed by, quote, last time America had a candidate this tough was Theodore Roosevelt. Someone got killed there. And this is what he is so zoomed into. You see? So, and then Coyote says 130-meter shot, and then he was saying for head for SS to step down. And Michael Dana says the last time a president was this tough was Teddy Roosevelt. Yes, that's what Elon Musk said. So I guess what I was reading before was like a real quick briefing on what they were interpreting. But he says, I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery. I mean, he endorses him the day there's assassination attempt. Number 2, he says, last time America had a candidate this tough was Theodore Roosevelt. In his eyes, he sees Trump as being tough because there was an assassination attempt. And or, you see what I'm getting at? What we're not hearing, for some, I always tell people about cause and effect, right? For someone to say something like there was an effect because there was a cause. Did he create the cause? You see? Because if he created the cause, he has an effect about that. I mean, I'm just saying. Musk later posted a photograph of Trump at the event and followed by, quote, last time America had a candidate this tough was Theodore Roosevelt. In Elon Musk's mind, he sees Theodore Roosevelt tough, and he sees because of what happened today, he compares it to Theodore Roosevelt. I mean, Musk and representatives from X did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Musk, who was ramping up criticism of United States President Joe Biden, has donated to a political group working to elect Trump, Bloomberg reported on Friday. The South African-born businessman Sway stands to benefit Trump, since Musk has one of the largest footprints. So, it just lets you know, boy, this billionaire, of course, is insensitive. But to me, if you have a billionaire like that who is boasting and a cheerleader for what happened to Trump, and if he's going to call Trump strong, why? Because he planted this, because Elon was associated with this and somehow. Because how are you going to call somebody strong? You call somebody strong because they overcome some BS, right? You overcome some BS. So they call you strong. So is this BS? What BS? What's the BS? You call him strong? Strong from what? From you effing with him? For you putting him through this because he wants to win by all means necessary. I don't want it, Trump. I can hear Trump going, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear how you do it. Just do it. Probably didn't expect that. Probably didn't expect some. He probably did. I don't know. I can't say that these politicians don't expect anyone to die. I really think they don't really care about anyone dying, because Trump has said people at his rally, he mentioned something about dying for the cause. They have said that they will die for the cause. So that means if you're out there in the crowd, then you're willing to die by friendly fire. So Reese's Cup said, if everyone but the extreme rich vanish, are they still rich? If everyone but the extreme rich vanish, are they still rich? And Mike Aldan says, there was an attempt on Teddy Roosevelt's life while he was giving a campaign speech. Yeah. And then Caglioli says, yes, the news of the donation was today, but it happened yesterday. Right. Or 2 days now, after midnight. They're dead. Mm-hmm. It's just, to me, I just feel it's staged still. I'm not saying that Trump probably knew about it. Probably did, but probably didn't. Probably someone else staged it to get his voters off their ass and become motivated to vote, because a very large percentage of people that could have helped him win the election with Biden, they sat on the couch. So Trump is mad at his own supporters also. They sat on the couch. And or they flip party, right? But a lot of them just chose not to vote. So he's angry at them too. He don't have really no respect for his own supporters. I mean, that's just my opinion. So friendly fire kills one of them in the rally. He wouldn't care, because he feels he's fighting for the bigger cause. and he feels that his followers are sacrificial lambs. So whatever it takes for him to win, he wants to win. And that all of you all out there, you're fighting for the cause, just like what happened J6, January 6th. A sympathy vote is the motive. Is the motive? I can't say. I'm surprised this happened with all that what's going on. That's what I'm saying. Uh, I agree with you, Reese's. I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out there. You know, 5 years from now, y'all probably gonna go, oh my God, the truth is gonna really come out. Things don't usually come out like when it's hot. Things come out when it cools down and people have died and it comes out, right? And it's just devastating. And then you have innocent bystanders, standers who are there and lose their life or in critical condition, because you have billionaires who are playing the game, because billionaires are going to make even more money when their president that they choose to endorse wins the election. Elon is a billionaire. He doesn't really care about Trump. He doesn't really care about Biden. Whoever can feed his pocket. And then what happened to Trump got yesterday, Elon Musk was thrilled and compared him that he was tough, like Theodore Roosevelt, that he's tough. And he's tough, why? Because you planted some bullshit to happen, and he agreed to go through it and to persuade. I'm talking myself through it. And Caliola says, I hear you, but if someone did shoot at him and kill someone, that's still not a good thing, even if they aren't the same opinion. Look, remember I said how people go down for the cause? People will see that as friendly fire. I mean, hello. What was this called? Kamikaze? You go down for the cause? How many people out there are true followers of whoever that they're voting for? Who out there will be willing to go down for the cause? Whoever aligns more with Musk's interests will get his endorsement. Exactly. If he feels that Trump will win this election because he does something extreme to move the momentum, the emotion and the momentum of the percentage of his voters, Trump will win. I mean, that's true. Whether you like him or not, he will win because Trump knows the numbers are there. His problem is that he can't get them off the sofa. Will this get them off the sofa? Will this get him off the sofa? That's the point. People like billionaire Elon Musk have ways of getting people off the sofa because he's a billionaire. He's, usually presidents, I'm just saying, really don't have as much power as you think they have. But if they can get somebody that can do some things for them, they're going to get that person elected. And that's how it happens. When a president is Biden, will Biden be persuaded by Elon Musk? Did Biden back down off of Elon Musk, of his offer? Is Trump willing to do anything to get an endorsement from Elon Musk to go through this? What happened? to gain the emotion, to gain the hearts and minds of his supporters to get off the sofa and vote. Because if all of his base registers and vote, Trump will win. He knows that because the numbers are there. I mean, was it 12%? People like me, we're just 12% of this country. Okay, let's throw in a couple of percentage numbers and make it 16%. That ain't enough. Just saying. That's why he feels too he would get that black vote. But it ain't, they're not concerned. I mean, I'm just being honest with you. They're really not concerned about really the black vote. The numbers are not there. The numbers is in who supports Trump's base, and is Trump willing to do all things necessary, be friends with Putin, do whatever it takes where Elon Musk can make that money and become triple the billionaire. Because how his lousy ass gets in the mix? How does Elon Musk gets himself in the mix? How is he in this mix? How does he makes himself so much a part of this in that tweet by saying what he said? That he's strong? So what the hell did you do to make Trump strong? What did you do that makes you say and applaud that because he overcame your plan? Because he went through with it? Because he went through your plan? He went through with it? He's willing to do everything? He's strong? I'm just saying. And then Coyote says, and then Mike Aldana says either one. Neither one. And then Coyote says, you are assuming that he was a registered Republican. Why would a registered Republican shoot at Trump or a crowd? Did I read that before? The reason why he would shoot at a crowd because he feels he is going down for the cause. If it's about what Elon Musk wants. You see, I always try to tell people, when you think about this, you can't think about how you feel because you're normal. We're not talking about normal people here. You see, we can't put ourselves in that position and say, okay, this is normal. So it's not normal. So when you have people like this who are willing, just saying, conspiracy, maybe, maybe not, willing to do what they got to do to force someone to say, hey, Biden, will you go do this? Biden said, hell no. Trump says, hell yeah. Oh, he's strong. He's like Theodore Roosevelt. He's so strong, I'm going to endorse him. Why? Because he did the power to the people sign after he got assassination attempt. You did power to people. So Elon Musk don't give a damn about power to the people. Power to the people. He cares about if you follow through with his plan. I study the 48 laws of power. I don't support it. I don't like it. But people like that, they worship the 48 laws of power. And their 48 laws of power, what that means is not how we think. Their 48 laws of power, it's just to zero in on winning. If people died, that's friendly fire. So this 20-year-old does it? Okay. A normal person would say what you said. A normal person would say that. You think he's Illuminati? I don't know. I mean, it's big, right? It's big cults out there. We have no idea. on either side. But it's powerful. And I could see that, Elon Musk, it's easy for him to find somebody for the cause. People like that, it's nothing to them when someone is unalived. It is nothing. They have other people to run their interference. It's nothing for someone, for them, for someone in the crowd to get unalived. It's nothing for them. He didn't send flowers. He didn't say on his Twitter, I'm so sorry for the life that's lost out in the rally. You don't give a damn about that. You don't care. So Trump is strong because he did what no one else would do. Elon probably said, I want you to do this. You ain't going to win unless you do. Something, extreme measures. Use extreme measures. Whatever it takes, I want to win this election, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. I want to win. I don't care what you do, I want to win. A loss of life is nothing to people like that. I'm talking about both parties. I'm not talking about one. I'm talking about both parties. A loss of life is really, I'm not saying that everybody's guilty of that, but I'm saying their norm is not our norm. Like, this is normal. Even with Trump standing up and doing that after being shot, and it's not normal, but it's their norm, right? It's their norm. As they were taking Trump to security and in his vehicle, Trump was still raising his head up doing this. He revealed his head. Who said that it was only one person that was out there who did what they did? What if there's more? I feel better now. Just had to talk my way through it. I know. Yeah, we will see if there's a hole in his ear that can't be hidden. I feel he got shot in the ear. Yeah, that would be interesting. Did he go to the hospital? And did he have some... Trump's the agent of chaos. Oh my God, yes. They thrive on this that went down with Trump going power to the people and they putting him in the car and he's still raising his head above the door where he could have gotten banged again, and you still trying your best to get loose from Secret Service to still tell your people. Don't you think you're kind of like overperforming? Like really trying to show someone else, I did what you told me to do. I've pulled it off. See me? And I'm going to slowly get in the car and I'm like, show my head and reveal. I'm going to reveal my head because he did it. He's strong. Stronger than Theodore Roosevelt. Or like him, or whatever he said. Hello, Lola. Hello, my Lola. Hot sauce. Hello. And then Trump says, gonna be wearing an earring now. Oh, don't make me laugh. And then Reese's Cup says, I believe this is the first of many attempts. Yeah. And then Reese says, hello, Lola. Hello, Lola. Yeah, hey. I just think it's something bigger. And, it's just not enough emotion for me to see this in the crowd, how the response, the reaction, none of that makes sense. It's just too staged. So I could be wrong. I mean, look what happened January 6th, to be honest with you, and there's some innocent people, got crushed, and they brag about them going down for the cause. That's their voice, and isn't that what happens when people feel that they are in war and they give up their life for this country, that they are going down for the cause, that they went down, that they lost their life for the cause, right? I mean, there are people when you could say that I agree everyone didn't duck. I was telling you, it's just too forward. I just had to go there. Thank y'all for y'all's input. I can sleep now. I had to get it off. I had to get it out my system. I had to get out my system because I have it recorded. We're going to see what's being said, and usually you're not going to hear it this year. Truth might come out 5 years from now. I'll be 75 years old. How many years is that? 15, 25 years? I don't know. It's going to come out. Everybody's going to be dead. Someone's going to come out with a book, and they're going to end up saying things happen right before their eyes and they don't see it. Yeah, I mean, that's something I'm very big on when I say that it's their norm. We can't, even though we do think we're going to think like us, because sometimes things are probably not, sometimes we can overthink, but at the same time, it's really not that hard. What really got me reeling, it was what Elon Musk said. Elon Musk. It's what he said. And I know I keep repeating it. It's like, oh, he came through with my wicked plan. Ha 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 ha. Then he sends this tweet. What? That's what got me. Not picking party, not going against Trump, and not going against Biden. I'm just saying about Elon Musk. That was very suspect. For him to come out with something like that, and you endorse him because he's strong, because he went through with it. Anyway, things happen right before their eyes and they don't see it, right? And then Michael Dana says maybe they're still in shock even though it's the norm. Yeah. I think sometimes when people plan things like they said, oh, I didn't expect the insurrection to go down like that. Most people too, if it's their norm, right? If it's their norm, and let's say they are in shock, the shock is what fuels them. The shock for me would be like, oh, hell no, right? I back away from danger. But the shock for them is fuel. It's empowering because they're so numb, right? They've been doing so much shit that they become so numb that they can't feel what we feel, what us po folks feel. Us folks out there surviving, paycheck to paycheck. You know what I'm saying? They can't relate to that. They relate to power. 48 laws of power. 48 laws of power. Read that. Read it and you go, oh my God. I can't even bend my brain to think, even though you can understand it. It's like real. It is a pledge. It is their prayer. It is people like that. It's their Bible. The blind leading the blind. It is. That's why sometimes people get so mad at rich people, right? I mean, because it's like, look what you're doing. You're playing with poor people's lives. I mean, most of the people out there who are supporters, whether they're just Republicans or MAGA still these people are vulnerable. They 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 look up to Trump so much, and when they look up to Trump so much, that kind of belief system too. I'm just saying, I'm not saying all people are like that. They're empowered by whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. And the person that's life been taken, he probably will looked at as a hero. I mean, yeah, it goes, ugh, right? Kind of bends your brain a little bit. And the person who passed, unalived at the rally will looked at like a hero. I mean, we have to admit, Trump is very obsessed with power. I'm not saying Biden's not, but I'm saying Trump really, really, really. I mean, y'all know this, no matter what party. And that's okay, right? If you're wired to like it, then dig it. Okay, I'm looking here. 148 yards, he was outside the security perimeter. What kind of gun is using to come that damn close? So the people in the rally with me, looking at them standing behind him, looking up and around, because they are trained. They are trained to observe, to look and see where So they're trained to scan. So that's what I'm looking at. If they're hunters and they love their guns, they are trained to scan. So that's why they probably wasn't, freaking out, because they're scanning where they are for the killer, right? Where the gunshot came from. One thing I am proud about the crowd is that they didn't go berserk by stepping, trampling, how you say it, trampling over each other, that they stayed in position, without creating more chaotic scene. So Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power is in a book collection. Have y'all read that? It'll blow your mind. I mean, if anybody is about power, you'd love it. And that matches, I heard 130 meters, 148 yards. They probably realize there's nowhere to run. I just hope it. I can't even say. Oh, I hope it's simple. I don't think anything like this can be simple. So it says Trump received medical care, and he's getting off of the airplane, like he's going down the steps of the airplane. And did they say he's made it back to Newark? And then law enforcement recovered an AR-style rifle on the scene. And then Reese's Cup said, but to stand up, that's conviction. I mean, for me to see him, like he did, was he had to prove something, like I did it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I just had to say that. Thank you for letting me air. I enjoyed watching what you all had to say. I do let people know if you want me to. Oh, and let me tell you all something. I have created another group. another YouTube channel. I think I've sent some replies to you all. And Reese's Cup, let's see. Let me see if I can post that in my live right now. Right now. Be patient with me as I look this up because I'm still getting in some new news on MSNBC. Regardless, me being not their kind of norm, me just hearing someone died and that woman screamed the way she did is just, it's so horrifying. It's so horrific. That part gets me, I mean, that's just way beyond anything that I could comprehend. But for Elon Musk just to respond the way he did, that got me. That was the main reason. Not pro-Trump or pro-Biden or anti-Trump or anti-Biden. What got me was just how Elon responded. Like, what's behind that message? What is behind that? I have an eye for things. I have an ear for things. And I kind of end up having that third eye by really tapping into to what someone didn't say, that you can hear more, that you can. Here it is. It's about what they don't say that you need to pay attention to. You know. So I'm letting you all know too. Thank y'all for being here tonight. So I'm letting you all know too. Thank y'all. Um, I have a backup. I have a backup group. And if you all could please subscribe, that's my backup because I don't know, you know, it's just good to have a backup. Let's just leave it to that. And I ask you, Reese's Cup, please go ahead and subscribe. Mike Aldana, Lola, I think Lola has subscribed. Coyote, subscribe to that. And because that's my backup channel. Thank you so much. I am getting some things happening. So just in case, I'm being smart about having a backup. And I'm going to get some rest, and I want to thank you all for being a part of this and helping me even be more open-minded. Coyote, thank you for that. Thank you, Coyote, because I hear what you're saying. I'm not neglecting that. It makes sense what you said to also see that, yeah, this was real. You know what I'm saying? That this was not staged. Of course, someone died, dying in the rally. It's not staged. Even though I feel there's something going on with Elon Musk, like I think he played a very big part of this, because he's a billionaire and he's bored, and he wants something to convince him which one will stand up for him to endorse, and it's a game. It's possible, but it's hard to cover that up. Yeah, I know. Can billionaires cover things up? Oh, I see. I see. A billionaires are billionaires too. I agree with you. But billionaires also can pay other people to run their interference. Reese's Cup says, well, the shooter can't speak. I know, shooter can't speak. He's conveniently ousted. He can't back out of whatever, if there is that. And I just hope Elon Musk is not listening to me. Just saying. Okay, everybody. I love you all. Thank you. I'm going to go get some rest. Reese's Cup, have a great work night. And I wish you just a perfect night. You are at work. I hope you can get some rest when you get home. It's so good to see you. And shout out to all of you all. Reese's Cup, Coyote, Michael, Dana, Lola, all of everybody. The Eastside Herald peeped his head in earlier. Yes, he did. Hello to everybody there. Thank you so much for being out here. And I'll be checking in some more. And if you all also you see my email on my channel, anytime y'all want me to go live, holler at your girl, and I would love to set up a live. Good seeing you too, Reese's Cup. I love you. Mwah! It's good to see you. Elon doesn't listen to us peasants. Oh no. Yeah, it's true. He'll laugh at me. He'll like the attention, wouldn't he? I keep thinking the way I think it's not like how they think. Ooh, see, I can't absorb the 48 laws of power. This is not me. I don't know. Okay, love you all so much. Thank you all for you all's support. And I appreciate y'all. And y'all get some rest too. Love you all. And I'll see you soon.